good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, good evening if you are tuning in on the replay. And if you are tuning in on the replay, make sure you give me a hashtag replay in the comments. If you are watching me live, say hello. Let me know that you are here. I would love to know that who is watching. So do give me a hello in the comments. Let me know that you are tuning in. And like I say, if you are watching on the replay, give me a hashtag replay. Thank you for joining me today. I do very, very much appreciate it. If you are new to me, my name is Annette Ferguson. I am CEO of Annette & Co, UK-based accounting firm. I am a chartered accountant, certified profit first professional and financial strategist, and I help business owners take home more money from their business for them and their families to enjoy. Good morning, Susan. Thank you for joining me. I do appreciate the hellos in the comments. So thank you so much for saying good morning, Susan. Good morning back to you. I hope you are having a wonderful morning so far. So thank you for tuning in and joining me today. Now, today I am speaking about something that I don't typically tend to speak about, actually. This is not a typical topic of live for me today, but it's something that has been on my mind quite a lot, particularly over the last week, but typically is on my mind generally. And that is the link between our physical health and our success in business as we define it, our success as we define what that might be. And the thing is that in business, I'm often talking about understanding the data, tracking the data, being clear on what the data is telling you. And then we have a lot of data in our business that we can do that with, and it's incredibly important. I'm not saying ever to ignore your gut and intuition, but I'm saying to hold both. So understanding the data and understanding what your gut feeling is and what your intuition is telling you. But I speak a lot about that within a business setting, within the setting of running your business, becoming more profitable, and understanding the numbers. But what I want to touch on today is that is the physical health side of things. Because as my business is growing all the time, I more and more see the need to ensure that my physical health is a top priority for me, because in doing that, it helps with my cognitive function. It helps my brain process things and work through things as well. And I feel that there's this really strong link for entrepreneurs and business owners who want to achieve everything they can achieve, to making sure that time is really focused and spent on our physical health as well. And what I mean by that is making sure we get enough sleep. Massively, massively important, and something that is hugely overlooked with the kind of old school hustle culture where I'll just stay up till 2 a.m. and get the work done. It just means you're sleep deprived the next day and your cognitive function decreases. So making sure that we are getting the right amount of sleep seems a really basic suggestion, but actually is so incredibly important to our thought patterns, to our mental health, to our physical health, and to our ability to show up every day and be the best version of ourselves to run our business, which is what gets us the success that we want when we show up every day as the best version of ourselves. So that is the first thing, is making sure that you are getting enough sleep, making sure that you're not sitting on the sofa watching Netflix instead of going to bed and getting sleep because you're up for work in the morning. So that is that's number one for me, is making sure that I get enough hours in bed with the lights off, with my eyes closed, going to sleep, not scrolling through my phone in the dark, but making sure I'm actually going to sleep and getting enough hours of sleep. And I track that. I track that on my watch. So this was where we pull back to the data aspect, because I'm also tracking in relation to my health, to ensure that the actions that I am taking are delivering the results that I need. I need my health to be top, and I need to be focusing on it so that I can get the best out of my body and my brain during the working day. So if I'm not tracking it and measuring it, I don't know. So that is what I do. I do track my sleep. I track my heart rate overnight and all those kinds of things so that I can ensure that the quality of sleep I am getting is appropriate, and the number of hours of sleep I'm getting is appropriate. So that is the first thing. The second thing is something which is so easy to let slip, and that is physical exercise. Particularly if you're somewhere that has lockdown, you can't go out as easily, or like me, you're somewhere that's very snowy and icy at the moment and it's difficult to go out for a run or something. It can be really tricky to get this into your day. If you're homeschooling now as well, balancing that and finding the time. But it is incredibly important for your endorphins, for your brain chemicals, and for your mental and physical health that you are making sure that you can get that exercise time into your day and you can slot it in, even if it's a short burst, making sure that you get that time in for exercise, because that is going to support you, your brain, your body in running the business that you want to live. Like I said, I am not saying it is easy to find time to do that. I am also not saying sacrifice sleep for it. Remember, sleep was the first one I mentioned, and I did that on purpose because what people tend to do is say, okay, well, I'll just get an hour's less sleep so I can exercise. That's not the solution. That is never the solution to anything. So what else can you do other than losing sleep to get some physical movement in your body each day, whether it is putting on some music and dancing with the kids, whatever that is, so that you can move your body, so that you can be physically active, so that you can use that to power and fuel you as a CEO, as a business owner. Incredibly, incredibly important. So that's the second thing that I highly recommend. The third thing is, of course, making sure that your water intake is high enough, making sure that you are getting enough water into your body to make sure that everything works. If you don't have enough water in your body, then you basically are depriving your brain, is what you're doing. You're depriving your brain of what it needs in order to power yourself and to actually see you through the day. So making sure that your hydration is at the right level and is high enough. Now, some people think, oh, but you can drink too much water and that's bad for you. Most people won't get anywhere close to drinking too much water each day. So that's really, for most of us, is something that we don't need to worry about at all. What you will notice if you're getting enough water is you wee a lot more. But that's okay. That's completely normal. And that's completely all right. But making sure that you get that water intake to help, as I say, power your brain through and make sure that it is performing at the highest possible level as well. And then, of course, the fourth one, and by the way, sorry, incidentally, I should say, your exercise, you can be tracking whether you're doing that each day. You can be measuring whether you're doing that. Your water intake, you can be tracking and measuring. You can be tracking and measuring all these things in the same way that you track and measure the the actions in your business that get you the results you want to get. You can be tracking and measuring these things to make sure you get the results you want to get from the actions you're taking as well. Okay. The fourth thing is nutritionally. So your food intake. Now I'm not saying that you need to start getting a degree in nutrition to do this and start tracking macros and all those kinds of things. Although if you want to, that is incredible. But are you getting the basics? Are you getting enough fruit and vegetables in your diet? Are you limiting things like sugar intakes? and making sure that, you know, you feel like the nutrition that you have is in the right place, making sure that you have the ability to start listening to what your body needs and what your body is kind of desiring and requesting when it actually comes to nutrition. Your body never needs chocolate, although, you know, I feel like it does sometimes, but in reality, that is not a necessary for us. So making sure that you're getting enough nutrients and you're getting the right nutrients into your body as well. Again, you can track these things, whether it is just ticking off that you've had enough fruit and veg in a day, or whether you actually go down to actually tracking the nutritional content of food, making sure that you are aware of what is happening around that. Now, all these things together are really going to help and support you as a CEO in your business, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, however you identify with any of those terms. This is really fundamental. If you're starting to grow and scale your business, you need to make sure that you're looking after yourself in these ways so that your body is able to sustain that. Your body is able to show up and be aware, be alert at the highest level it can be, and be able to make decisions, be able to handle increased pressure. And by doing these things, that is so, so important for ourselves and for our bodies and for our businesses as well. I am not saying that any of this is easy, but we didn't sign up to running a business because it was the easy option. This is just as important as the other stuff that you're doing in your business. This is just as important as working on your marketing or your visibility or your sales funnel or your, call scripts or whatever those are. Making sure that you are in a place where you can support all that is just as important. So, like I say, not a topic that I typically speak about, not a topic that I typically go in depth to, but actually something that I believe is really important. And I know that many other successful CEOs also believe the same thing. That it is thankfully a day, an era gone, shall we say, that that people are ignoring their health, particularly if they are, reaching to be the top of their profession, the top of their game. We know now that it's incredibly important, and we know it's something that can't be overlooked anymore. We know that we need to focus on this, and you will see a lot of very successful CEOs making sure that they do get time in for exercise, they do get enough sleep, they get enough water, and they are tracking their food intake as well. So that's what I wanted to speak about with you today. As I say, I know it's a little bit different from my usual topics, although there is very much a link to financial success in all of this, and of course a link to the data as well. So I hope that this session has been useful for you. I appreciate you tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me, everyone. And I will speak to you all very soon. I am live again on, when am I live again? Let me look at my diary. I am live again at 7:30 a.m. So same time on Monday morning. So I look forward to seeing you then. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. We'll speak soon. Take care, everyone.